All right, you are welcome once again to this video, and I know that you must have heard about Forex Factory. So this video gives an insight on how to use and understand Forex Factory. All right, so Forex Factory is actually a place where we get all the financial information that has to do with Forex stocks, and again information affecting trading in general. All right, and all the fundamental analysis that also affects trading. So Forex Factory is where you get them. So when you go to Forex Factory, the website is forexfactory.com. all right, when you click on forum, okay, here you're going to see this is just actually a forum where you have different kind of discussions. You want to get any insights on brokers, pro firms, and trading journals and the rest. This is where you get the information. And then when you go to trades, when you click on trades, all right, this is actually showing you the analysis of other traders, what other traders feels. This is where you get what we call sentimental analysis sometimes. All right, where you see all the orders traders have executed, okay, and their views. This trader here is saying that gold is going to be a sell. This other trader is saying that gold is going to be a buy. You see different traders' opinion on this trade. All right, so you can also use this to know how many persons are buying gold and how many persons are selling gold, as the case may be. Then the next option here is news. This news, this is where you get all the fundamental information about what is happening in the US economy or the world economy that is likely going to affect dollars. All right, you can see here they say rate spark, a dovish 25 BP or 25 BP or a hawkish 50 BP rate cut. So all this is a place where you get different information, news regarding the economy that has the potency to affect currency or forex trading. All right, so you can choose any one you want and then just go through it and read, or you come to latest, or you click on news and latest story. Here is where you filter it. Which are your interests? You want all the news. When you click all, it means all the news will appear with their headlines and their latest, and there should be latest news. All right, if you want hot news, all right, you can. If you want news that are last commented, most viewed, you can choose you can tick any of these boxes. If you want a breaking news, you want to focus more on breaking news or just fundamental analysis, you can just focus on this. It means that Forex Factory, all right, will only bring fundamental analysis. Fundamental analysis has to do with news that has the potency to affect the forex market fundamentally. Okay, so that is just that. You understand? So when you click on all news, it means that all the news are going to appear, whether it is breaking news, fundamentals, technicals, entertainment, forex industry news, educational news. All right, then when you go to calendar shows us all the news for this week. For instance, yesterday, Monday, was 14th of September. 15th of September. All right, so you can see all the news. Now, the ones that we refer to as high impact news are news that has red flags. It means that this one has the capacity or the potency to affect the dollar pairs. For instance, let's say you are trading Euro USD, GBP USD, AUD USD, NZ, every dollar related currency pair that you are trading. All right, it means that at 1:30 p.m. the news has the potency to affect the market. So this is where the statistics of the news are written. The ones that are in green means that it is in the favor of the dollar. The ones that are in red means that it is against the dollar. Do you understand? So when it is in favor of the dollar is going to gain strength. All right, so if the dollar is a base currency, okay, please, if you're just coming across this video, for you to understand some of these things that I'm saying, you need to go to our previous videos on Forex 101 and then start from there. That's where you begin to understand what I mean by base currency and quote currency. Exactly. So base currency, if the dollar is a base currency, it is going to increase in value, meaning that the dollar is going to affect the market positively. The market is going to go up. All right. And if it's against the dollar, it means that the quote currency is going to sell the dollar. So that is just what this news is all about. So most traders come here to wait for the outcome of this news to know which area or which direction they are going to be taking their trade. All right. So me as a professional trader, I don't advise trading news. It's not sustainable. Yeah, you can make money from it, but it's not sustainable. All right. These are some of the things we tried over the years. All right. It's not sustainable. But is it profitable? Sometimes yes, but it is not sustainable. Yeah. So now the ones you pay attention to, the news that you pay attention to is the ones with red flag. Like today is Wednesday, 17th of September. That is why it is highlighted in ash or kind of gray. All right. It means that this is the news for today. All right. And this news is going to precipitate at 7 o'clock p.m. Federal funds rate. All right. Yes. So you're going to be reading about the economic projections and all these are the news that is going to be communicated at this time. Okay, so you pay attention to the ones with red flag and ignore the rest. These ones with red flags have the power to move the market aggressively, either in an upward direction or in a downward direction. All right. So apart from this news, Thursday we have news at 1:30 p.m. Nigerian time, which is the unemployment claims. So here I want to know, all right, the unemployment claims. Do you understand? So if when you click on this box, you're going to see something. They will tell you here, all right, the number of individuals who filed for unemployment insurance for the first time during the past week. You understand? So actual less than forecast is good for currency. So it means that what this actual less than forecast means is that if the people that filed for unemployment reduces from this number you're seeing here, all right, let's say it reduces to 231k, it means that there was some level of employment within that short period of time, so it's going to add value to the dollar. You understand? But if it increases above this actual, all right, it means that a lot of persons filed for unemployment in the US, so it's going to affect the dollar. All right, so that is how to read this news. So you can actually quickly go to these boxes, this envelope. By clicking on them, you'll be able to know what the news is talking about. Now this is crude oil inventories. You want to know the number of oil that was released in the market, you can just come here and then you read. Here they say change in the number of barrels of crude oil held in inventory by commercial firms during the past week. Now when you hear the word change means measurement. All right, it means the measurement between last week and this week. Okay, number of barrels of crude oil that was held in inventories. So here they said actual less than forecast is good for currency. All right, actual less than forecast is good for currency. So if you want to really know much about it, you can come here and click latest release. All right, it will show you the latest release of the news. Is that clear, guys? All right, then the next thing you need to do is markets. When you click on markets, what here actually talks about is it talks more about the currency pairs and the fundamentals behind it, and it also shows you chart analysis, all right, of each of these. You can even carry out a chart analysis here if you want, but I do mine on trading view. All right, so you read more and all of these things just to know market insights, news, and all of these things. You can even come here and search for any instrument you want and put it there to know more about that instrument. All right, so that is how it is. Then when you go to brokers, here they enlist verified brokers brokers that are verified. You understand? Yes, brokers that you can use. They show you, and then you can know more about them, when they were founded, how many years they have been in operation, before you can go and start registering for any of them. All right, so you can see some of your favorite broker. This is very common in Nigeria: Opta, Light Forex. A lot of them are yours here. You can just choose FX Pro, Owanda, you know, HFM is very common in Nigeria too. XM is also common. Deriv is very common in Nigeria. All right, so we have plenty of them here. So all these ones that have been listed here are verified brokers globally. All right, except some countries like US and Canada. So you just have to make your own due diligence before you create any account with them. All right, so that doesn't mean that any broker that you don't see here are not globally registered. All right, it's all, that's why you need to just make your own due diligence about them. So another thing you need to do on Forex Factory is that you have to synchronize your time, so that you don't go, for instance, when you go to calendar. All right, when you go to calendar, maybe if this news is by 1:30 p.m., this could be US time, and then you are waiting for this, for you to do your trading during that period, and you notice that it is not in correlation with your Nigerian time. You understand? So you have to come to this place. When you come to this place, all right, and by the way, you can still create an account with them if you want. I have an account with them already, but I'm just doing this for the sake of this video. You can come here and click on this time. When you click on this time, you choose your own location. This is West Central Africa, and then you save. Automatically, your trading view will be customized to suit your own time zone, so that this news will correlate with the global news. You understand? And that way you won't be able to miss out or take wrong trades, or enter trades when there is news happening. So you'll be able to know automatically to synchronize with the time in your location. And then you can as well come here, this place at the search event, the next green icon, click on it. Here you can filter the kind of currency you want to pay attention to their news. For me, I'm only interested in the US news. So if you are always trading the AUD pair, the Canadian pair, or you're trading almost all the pairs here, the JPY pairs and GBP pairs, you can also check their news. Do you understand? So that way, when you click on apply filter, you're going to see that GBP news will also appear here. You can see that today, Wednesday, there was news at 7 o'clock a.m. on the GBP. All right, so that is just what it is. So for me, I only focus on the US news, and that is just my focus. All right, so all these other news are important to me. Bonds. So if you don't want any of this news, you can still uncheck them. All right, and then you apply, and that is just that. So you only see, and you can even change it. For instance, if I want only high impact news, which is the red flag news, I just have to uncheck the rest and apply. It's only high impact news that I will be seeing. All right, it is only high impact news that I will be seeing. But for me, I am more of a fundamental trader, so I pay attention to all the news. All right, I pay attention to all of them. This one is irrelevant. These ones are also important. Okay, I pay attention to all the news. Is that clear? The ones that are important to me are the ones I just go through to study and to know more about them. So that is all about Forex Factory. That is just all about it. Okay, that is just all about it. If there is any other information, probably I'm going to do a part 2 of this video, but for now, these things I just shared with you are the most important things that you need to know about Forex Factory. All right, so irrespective of the fact that I explained the news, how to read the news with the dollars, it is the same method that you can still use for other currency pairs. For instance, if we're having a high impact news on the GBP, you still have to pay attention to the statistics. If the statistics is green in color, it means that it favors the GBP. If it is red in color, it means that it is what? Against GBP. So pay attention to actual. Once it is time for the news, if the actual is red, it means that it is against the currency.